This is something that, particularly as Americans, we are not good at this. We are not good at resting. We are not good at taking time off. We are not good at giving our brain a break.
Let's talk about this last pillar. We've got a few minutes left. And so the last one is recreation. This is a fun word. I love recreation because I love having everything to do with recreation. So let's talk about this.
So the idea behind recreation, it is not just about outdoors. It's not just about sports. It's not just about, physical activity. All of that is under this kind of this umbrella of this pillar, but it is also really about teaching our kids a proper rhythm of life.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that, particularly as Americans, we are not good at this. We are not good at resting. We are not good at taking time off. We are not good at giving our brain a break. We are constantly inundated with video and audio and noise and social media and all these things. And we are starting to forget how to have what I've seen termed radical downtime. Mm-hmm. Letting our brains daydream. And there is a fantastic book, which I'm now going to forget the name of because I'm on the spot to remember it. I will remember it. When I remember it, I will let you know. And The Self-Driven Child. Self-Driven Child. And they talk about how children are wired. What's hilarious is that they're not homeschoolers. It's written by two psychologists. Everything they talk about is 100% in line with homeschooling. They never once mention homeschooling. And all the things they're talking about, giving kids agency, helping them learn develop intrinsic motivation, making their own choices, all this stuff. It's like, that's what we do in homeschooling. Right. And they're like bending over backwards trying to help parents figure out how to do this in public school. I'm like, just bring them home. Then you don't even have to worry about it.
Right.
But one of the things they talk about is radical downtime and how when you daydream and when you get good sleep, your brain does things that it cannot do at other times. Our brains literally need to daydream. And how often do we do that anymore? Yeah. The minute we stop being stimulated by this, we go find stimulation over here.
Right.
The minute this conversation stops, I pick up my phone and I go to, Candy Crush or whatever. Yeah. And our brains never have a time to take a break. Yeah. And so part of recreation is teaching our children the work-rest rhythm that you work for a while and then you take a break. And when we're doing academics, it's, hey, your brain needs a break. You can't sit and do, math for 40 minutes. Like, oh my gosh, your brain is going to short out. You've got to take a break. Get up, move around, go get a snack, but even just disengaging and being quiet and just closing your eyes and just kind of, we need to do that. And we need to teach our kids how to do that. And we need to do it ourselves so that they can see us doing that and we can make that a value and say, this is something I'm not just telling you to do it because it's important, but I'm going to do it for myself. And that is super hard. One of the things that I have noticed lately is how much homeschooling changes me and it forces me to be better in so many things. I am not an outdoor person. We used to live in Colorado and we always used to say we are the very worst Coloradans. We were surrounded by mountains. We never went hiking. When we lived in California, we never went to the beach. I'm not an outdoor person. Yeah. I like to be on my couch. And I have been forcing myself to get outside more. And I'm like, God has created the world and it feeds us. When we have contact with nature, like physical contact with nature, it changes your brain. Yeah. Gardening can help with depression and anxiety because there's something about your fingers in the dirt that triggers calm in your brain. It's the craziest thing. And even they say that even like looking at pictures of nature, like if you're like stuck in the middle of the city and you can't even see a tree from where you live, having on your TV screen, having a picture of a forest, how even that can help your anxiety, can slow down your heart rate and your blood pressure and all these things. So I'm trying to get myself to go outside more because I know that God has created me to benefit from that, even though I don't want to. But it forces me then to model for my kids, hey, this is important. This is, I've recognized this about myself. I'm not good at this. Right. I need to get better at this. come with me, make it easier on me. I have a child who would live outside and be feral if she could.
Yeah.
And so she's, the minute I say I'm going to go outside, she's like thrilled. Oh my gosh, mom's finally coming outside. And so, it's an opportunity for us to bond. So if you've got a kid who loves going out and you're not so much like that, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you do like being outside and you have kids that don't really enjoy that. Looking for ways to do it. Again, like we were saying in the first episode, you're looking for ways to come alongside your child's nature and work with who God has made them to be. Some of us do not like the outdoors, but get a picnic blanket and some snacks and you can get pretty much anybody outside, right? So you just take it in little bites. But again, it's about learning how to relax. It's about learning how to disengage. It's about learning to have margin in our schedule, about having a Sabbath, having downtime, not doing certain things on certain days, turning off devices at a certain time, making sure you're getting enough sleep, like these little things that kind of overlaps into responsibility a little bit there too sometimes. But just teaching our kids that hobbies and doing things just for fun, not because it's a learning experience, not turning something into, you could turn that into a business. You could turn that into a job. Let kids just do things just because they're fun. Yeah. That's okay. But that's kind of the philosophy behind that whole recreation pillar.
Love it. Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.